If you're just waking up, you might be forgiven for wanting to go straight back to sleep, to hibernate till, I don't know, 2024? Bitcoin below 25K and ETH testing the previous cycle's all-time high. And wait, it's gone straight through it. Misery loves company, and following the unexpectedly painful rise in inflation to 8.6% year over year, the S&P 500, the Dow and the Nasdaq all dropped sharply. Undoubtedly, all eyes will be on the Fed this week, with the latest policy meeting taking place Tuesday and Wednesday. We're expecting another 50 basis points rate hike to combat inflation, but it's certainly not going to be the last we see, with more increases expected through, well, deep into the autumn. And there is the very real possibility of a 75-point hike, which is going to hurt, as Jerome Powell is forced to decide between high inflation or recession. So that sets the scene for a heavily risk-off environment, but for one company, there's a very real possibility that this might be the end completely. That company is Celsius, and we'll dig in properly right after this. Earn up to $2,500 in NFT rewards from top collections like Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Azuki, Doodles, and more when you sign up for Slingshot's mobile waitlist. Slingshot is a Web3 trading platform where you can discover and trade over 7,500 crypto tokens at the best prices at lightning-fast speed. With a super sleek, intuitive UI, you feel like you're trading on a centralized exchange when you're actually trading DeFi. Trade now on desktop and make sure to grab your spot on the mobile waitlist. Sign up at slingshot.finance/mobile/the Defiant. So here's the sell chart, a 50% drop in barely an hour. And that was the reaction in sell trading this morning as Celsius announced a pause, or put it another way, a freeze, on all withdrawals, swap and transfers between accounts due to extreme market conditions. Extreme market conditions, well, yeah. The memo to the community is a painfully written dance around the truth. They emphasize community, they emphasize their commitment. This is in the best interest of you, dear community member. We're committed. It's our pleasure to serve you. Nope. The truth is, they overextended themselves, locking capital up in stETH, and are now so illiquid they cannot process customer redemptions. The really unpleasant news for Celsius customers is that this is in fact baked into the platform's terms and conditions. As they say, we have activated a clause in our terms of use that will allow for this process to take place. Not your keys, not your coins. It doesn't matter how many times you hear that, you are never going to be prepared for an event like this until you understand that. Now, if we jump onto their website, we will see some delightful endorsements from the great and the good of the crypto space. Next level transparency, eh? Well, the good thing about the blockchain is that it is indeed transparent. So we don't need Celsius to be transparent. We can simply use Etherscan. And that is exactly what small cap scientists did in a thread on June the 10th, highlighting the quote unquote depegging of Lido's stETH token. We'll cover that actually tomorrow because it's a little bit complicated. But with it, the rapidly worsening liquidity of Celsius to manage customer redemptions, which were accelerating due to the overall hideous market conditions. Now, this has come on top of alleged massive losses in the Stakehound misplaced keys incident, which only kind of came up like a week ago. 35,000 ETH and probably more besides there. Nice. And then there was an alleged further $54 million in the BadgerDAO exploit. And then there's Moshe Hegog, their former CFO, who was arrested on money laundering charges. And then there's Jessica Cater, the former porn star who was in charge of, yeah. Oh yeah, there's also Anchor Protocol, with around 261,000 ETH thought to have been sent from Celsius wallets to the protocol in 2022. One of Canada's largest pension funds, CDBQ, participated in a $400 million equity round, which valued Celsius at $3 billion. All of this despite there being serious regulatory concerns, as both New Jersey and Texas regulators claimed the company's interest-bearing accounts were effectively unregistered securities. Now, just this morning, Nexo, a competitor, announced that it is ready to jump in and do the right thing, acquiring the firm's remaining qualifying assets as a kind of liquidity backstop. And of course, to take out a competitor in one fell swoop. Nice one, Nexo. Let no crisis go unwasted. $12 billion in customer assets and 1.7 million users. Well, that's quite a prize. No response from Celsius so far, but a dig back in time now serves up some deeply ironic tweets. So I'd love to give you good news, but no, I really can't. It's likely to be another fraught and painful week. Many are now calling for ETH at around $800 as the bottom, BTC at 20K. Now, 20K was the previous cycle's all-time high, but for ETH, well, that's kind of done now. So well, where are we? Well, it's the rapid rewiring of everything we believed in. And that, if you've been through these cycles before, is pretty much normal for crypto. Just be prepared for a lot of mainstream commentators dancing on your grave. And we even had Jack Dorsey last week announcing the solution to all solutions in a feat of outrageous mathematical gymnastics with Web 5. Apparently it's Web 3 plus Web 2, which equals, well, you know where this goes. And reading the deck, it all sounds, well, it sounds exactly like Web 3, but hey, it's going to be built on Bitcoin, yay! And with that, I shall leave you. Look after your mental health during these times and try not to spend too long looking at the charts. Undoubtedly, this isn't the end of Goblin.